Hey, I'm Findley Frazier with the Wolf River Conservancy, and I'm in charge of construction of the Wolf River Greenway. I have an undergraduate degree in civil engineering and have worked for architecture and engineering companies for a long time. And I've always enjoyed the outdoors and building things. And I've always seen myself as a creator. I love to build, even from a young age. So I've kind of getting to do both things that I like, be outside and construct. On this project here, we have a couple of different phases that we like to show off. This is the elevated boardwalk, and this boardwalk will be about 2,500 linear feet, which is about a half-mile long, and it goes through the Lucius Birch State Natural Area and crosses some very pristine cypress swamps and some just great old growth bottomland hardwood forest along the Wolf River and in the Wolf River floodplain. So we're taking extra care to make sure that what we do and what we build, it doesn't impact the environment. And so as you can see, this boardwalk is actually elevated off the ground due to the flooding that will occur and the habitat that we're in. We want to make sure that we didn't have a detrimental effect. So flood waters will be able to pass underneath, and even in a big flood, we'll be able to pass over the top. And animals can get underneath as well, the critters, and deer can go over it. We try not to have any kind of major blockage or access issues.
Can you tell us some of the problems that you've encountered building this and some that civil engineers typically have to solve?
Yeah, so building this is always building anything is always interesting. There's always problems that arise, and that's kind of the fun part about being a civil engineer is really thinking through the problem and coming up with different solutions on how you might be able to fix that problem. The first problem we encountered out here is that we're really about a half a mile from any paved road. So in order to get equipment back here, we had to build a construction access road that was about a half mile long. And so that was a challenge. We had to go through different property owners and get easements from utility companies. So that was our first challenge right off the bat is getting access. Then you run into issues just with construction. How are you going to move these panels into place? How are you going to set them? How are you going to make sure that they're level? So all these things arise during construction, and we've encountered our fair share. But that's what having a great team. The contractor provides insight, the engineers provide insight, and then the people that make the products provide insight. The people that make the panels, people that make the bridges, they've all done this before. So everybody adds a little bit, and when you all work together, you can achieve a great result.
Can you say some of the things that you particularly like about working on this Greenway project?
So one of the best things I think about a Greenway project is that you really are creating something that brings people together. It brings people out of their houses. It lets them, recreate and exercise, and really, it's become like a front porch for the whole community. So the people in the communities get to use this, and it is almost like their front porch. They see neighbors, they see friends walking their dog, and then you interact with other people that are coming from other communities. And so I think it helps to provide kind of an element on the human scale. And it's a project that'll really outlive myself, and that's what's really special about it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Well, thanks, Finley. I think that's